welcome to the stream. I should actually... I forget to put video games on my stream, or on my screen, so I can actually play them. But today, we're going to be playing Super Mario Brothers. But for probably what could possibly be the 35th time, I don't know. I feel like I've played Mario Brothers more than that. Honestly, if I could count the amount of times that I've played this in my entire life, not this specific game, but just Mario Brothers, I would love to know, because I've played it a lot. But this is, not even Mario could escape the Battle Royale. So we're just going to be doing a little bit of that, and then we'll switch to Crash 4. That's why I'm here a little early today. Not that much early, but, yeah, I guess I'll start out with a special battle. Special battle can either be really good or really sucky, because it starts you out on a random level. Oh wait, am I actually just not allowed? What? Oh wait, no, it's because I pressed start. Oh wait. Can I just not play the... I was about to say, can I just not play the video game? Okay, at least I can actually still play it. I was like, it would be real dumb if I just couldn't do anything right now. But yeah, I guess special battle's done. Dunzo, can't do it. This theme sounds a little bit like the special world in Super Mario World, though. Just a little bit. But alright, here we go. It's time for an endurance test. That's basically what this is. Really, the point of this game isn't really to go as fast as you can. I mean, I still like to go pretty fast, because, I mean, the faster you go, the more time you can rack up by the end. But it's a lot more imperative to just kind of explore these levels. So it's like, the more knowledge that you have of Mario Brothers, the better that you'll do. Because if you know where a lot of the items are, you're going to be able to utilize all of them and survive a lot longer. Especially stuff like lives, because that coin counter at the top where the roulette is, you can get free well, not really free items, but items for 20 coins. And then lives are like a free 20 coins. So if you know where those are, it's like really easy to get them. And then every enemy that I defeat goes to like a randos screen. But I don't know. I don't really feel like there's any strategy on like who you attack. I mean, you can choose, but I usually just let it go at random. The only thing I really don't get is, like, I figured they'd make you play levels in order, but it just seems to throw stuff at you randomly, and I think 1-1 is, like, one of the best ones to get. If you get 1-1, it's like, that's another free 20 coins, and then, you know, you get a star and you can just make all these enemies go to somebody else's screen. So I always like when I get 1-1. It's like a bit of reprieve. Like a bit of a time to relax and do everything that I need to do. Rack up on some more time. I only got 92 seconds, but I don't know. I guess for every enemy you defeat, you also get some more time. I kind of wish it was like that with coins too. It would make things a little bit easier. But I don't really find it very hard to survive long. It's like a lot of people start dying like super early. But this is like the one Battle Royale game that I feel like I'm good at, because I've played so much Mario Brothers. And see, this is like the upteenth time I've gone through 1-1. Mario Fortnite? Why are you doing this to me? I feel like the only levels we've gotten are like 1-1 and 1-2. Oh man. I got a lot of, like, time from doing all that though, with like those Starmen. Oh man. Would have been much easier if I... Oh! I thought I was donezo with that piranha plant. I just like that there's more to do other than like just going fast. It sort of seems like there's more of a sort of a strategy to what you have to do. It's like killing enemies is important so you can make everybody else die faster. It's just a lot of fun. You do fine with this game until people start throwing Bowsers. I think that's usually when I start busting out the roulette. The roulette's like super good for like really clutch moments, especially when you can get a star. Just throw all those Bowsers back at the other person's screen, and there you go. I mean, you're not always gonna get a star, but even if you just get like a regular power-up and you can just damage boost or especially POW block, makes everything a little bit easier. But see, now we're getting to the point where it's like we're playing some 5-year-old's like Super Mario Maker level. It's getting a little claustrophobic up in here. Is it only the first world? It's only the worlds that I have unlocked, which is I don't know how the process with that goes, but I've only really been able to play levels up through World 2, I want to say. Like, I know that I've unlocked 3-1 for sure, but like I hardly ever play on it, so it's might as well not really have it at all. Like, I know you can play every level that's in the game, I've really only ever gone to the first world so far. Maybe you get them in, like, the special challenge, because I know you go to a lot of different levels there. But, like, I know you just said, like, every other level is World 1, and that's annoying to you, but just, like, from a competitive standpoint, that's, like, I was talking about it, and I don't remember if you were here, that's one of the best ones that you can get, because you get free 1-up, you get a star so you can, you know, just flush all the enemies onto the other person's screen. It's like one of the better ones to get, just because you have like a whole bunch of resources that are right there at your disposal. So it'll help you do a lot better. And there's like free power-ups that are everywhere. Like a lot of power-ups towards the end of the game, they become less common, but I mean you get like a mushroom and a fire flower right there in 1-1, so. And see, I already have 240 points. Or not points, like, in terms of time. This is very... I didn't want that to happen. Very weird to do when there's enemies in the way. Okay, I'm gonna blow my load here. Ah! Okay, there we go. That's where that comes in clutch. I have 98 coins too, so it's like, it's kind of cool. I might as well just like stack up while I'm here. So I'm real good on time, I don't really have to worry about wasting time at all. See, look at that, if I didn't have that star Bowser, I don't think he would have fucked me up, but it definitely would have been a little tight right there, try to get past him. But if everyone's getting 1-1, they get those same advantages? I mean, they do, but it is what it is. I mean, it depends on how those people actually go about it, because you can also just, like, go directly in the warp pipe that's, like, at the beginning, and then skip this entire level. And I see some people do that on their screens as opposed to just going through the level like normal, but it's... I don't know. And you can definitely sort of, like, if you don't feel like you need anything, that's also a good way to save time. You just, like, get to the top of the flagpole and that's like a free 15 points. So, it depends on whatever strategy you're trying to have on 1-1 specifically. Oh, I thought that was the end of me. I was like, Mario Brothers jumping is gonna kill me once again. It's sort of weird that this is an endurance test though, because it's like, if you have people that are really, really good at the game, this is basically what you're doing. It's just like, you're going, and you're going until somebody basically caves and dies. Like, all this stuff is completely random, for sure. Like, if I didn't have a fire flower or a star right there, that would have been a lot harder. But I mean, if you're good, you're gonna know how to get past most of that. Well, this is also, I guess, ending pretty soon here. The music's going faster. Game does start to drag. Yeah, I definitely can agree with that. I wish there was, like, something that, sort of sped things up just a little bit. But, for what it is, it's like, this is a very fun time. But it's just like me and these 3 other lads going, like, mental. It's also kind of interesting how, like, the game... I mean, I'm so used to playing it a specific way that, like, having all these enemies that are in the way sort of, like... It messes with your muscle memory a bit, and so you have to, like, have even better reaction time than you normally, like, would. And, I think that's kind of interesting, because it's, like... It's really easy to just fuck up a jump, because a Goomba that's not supposed to be there is suddenly there. And I think it'll be even harder once I get towards, like, some of the older, or the later levels, when you can start, like, killing stuff like Hammer Brothers. Oh, there's a lot of stuff on screen right now. I do not like this. Or, I'm even really just thinking about it, like, somebody putting a Lakitu on your screen. Like that'd be ass. Tetris 99 lets you send more garbage. Hold on. That's a very long paragraph to try to read, like, while I'm in the middle of something like this. Okay, Power Block isn't really what I wanted, but... Okay, that's what I wanted. I'll take that. Unless you get garbage with more medals, sending more enemies with more coins would be cool. Yeah, I actually kind of agree with that. I just wish there was more ways to mess up the other players. Like, this is definitely a good way to do it, but I also think that it's, I don't really know how to explain it. Like, when I first saw it in the trailer, I thought it would be a lot worse than it actually is to, like, manage. But for some reason, it's not that bad. Versus, like, when you play something like Mario Maker and you get, like, enemy spam levels, for some reason it feels so hard to try to deal with, like, stuff like that. And here, I don't know, it doesn't really feel that bad. But it's also, like, I guess, having a natural knowledge of the level design works a lot better in your favor when that comes to play, as opposed to just playing some random person's level and then suddenly there's like 6 billion enemies on screen, so you're just like stuck with the lack of not knowing. Yeah, it definitely goes on for a little while. Like I said, your knowledge of the game is basically everything when it comes to this sort of thing, which is why I like it, but you know, look at the 4 of us. We've been going on for I don't know how long, but I'm definitely gonna. Well, I forget the Bowser just dies anyway whenever you you hit the axe. I actually need that fire flower now. Oh yeah, thanks. That's definitely what I needed. I like how inconsequential like all the enemies become basically once you've you're in the water stage. Like, they're all at the bottom on the ground. I can just swim above all of them. The only ones that are really a problem are going to be the cheap cheeps, and bloopers. And even then, like, I know how to deal with bloopers in my adult life now, so even they're not really that bad. Compared to when I was a kid anyway, where bloopers were like the absolute bane of my existence. Oh shit. Don't make a mistake, please. Here we go. Ooh, somebody got Hammer Brothers. I would love to. Why are you going mental like? It was on a mission. He wanted me. Alright, now this is actually starting to feel a little more like high stakes. I would very much like a fire flower right now. That'd be amazing. Oh. Well, it looks like I don't have to wait long. Alright, this is actually... We've got a good rhythm! Let me get some free 20. There we go. Ugh. Someone died? Oh, I see now. There's only 2 on the right. Here we go. Oi, shell! Pretty sure there's a star in this stage too. Just like that, the star knowledge is great. Yeah, there is one here. It's a good thing I've played like an insane amount of this game. Like, more than I really care to admit. But this was like one of the games that I played the most in my childhood. It probably is the game that I played the most in my childhood, to be completely honest. Like, I've probably played this game more than I've played any other game in my entire life. And that's kind of funny to think about, but it's true. Like, I don't know, I really love the original Mario Brothers. Pretty much to the point where, I know I've told the story before, but people would like make fun of me for basically knowing like this game inside and out. They'd just be like, well, why do you know that that was gonna pop on screen before it actually happened? Stuff like that. And I mean, really, just looking at it from a perspective of like playing video games, it's like, well, it's just memorization. But I guess to someone who doesn't play games like this all the time, it's like, it's amazing to them. Finally, a game for me! Yeah. It seems like we're nearing the end. The timer's red, so like I have no idea what this means. It's probably the longest that this has ever gone for me. And I have like, I'm doing hella good on time. And it just keeps going up from there. So yeah, this is definitely like a really big endurance test. Oh wait, time's going down. Oh, it is going down super fast. Okay, I guess that's... It'd be more convenient if that happened earlier, though. Like, if these games didn't go by, like... I mean, how long have I been streaming for? That's, like, really the only accurate way to tell. What, 18 minutes? I've probably been going for about maybe, you know, 16 of those. And this is just, like, the first game. So, that's kind of crazy. Oh, 4-1. I haven't played 4-1 before. Ah! Why are there 2? That's not even like one of the ones that somebody has sent. There's just straight up 2 Lakitus. What the fuck? Okay. Now there's another one. What are you doing? Alright. Please. No. No! Whew. Okay. No, we got this. We're gonna win. And I'm gonna try to send those 2 Lakitus back. Hopefully. We can do this. Hell yeah, dude. Alright. I think bloopers are much worse when they're outside. What?! No, please! Please! Ah! Okay. And I got a fire. Fuck. Well, every 10 kills let's just speed up. You really think so? Oh well. That was more fun towards the end than anything, but oh well. Some new icons. I think I'm fine with the Ouija. An error has occurred. That went on for way too long. But I think that I will do probably one more before I switch to Crash. I also like this, the fact that you can practice. This is like... You can basically just play Mario Brothers 1 for free. I mean, you could already do that, but I don't know. Just the fact that they have like a practice course is actually a really cool thing. Instead of you like having to do something like exit and go to play like on the NES, whatever. Like on NES Online thing. So I do like that. But I guess 1-1 is always really just going to be my default to start with. Because at least I can build up my everything that I really need to in 1-1, as opposed to doing something stupid like starting in 4-1, where, you know, for some reason 2 Lakitus decided to make an appearance. I definitely think this game is probably built on like a like some version of Mario Maker. It kind of has to be. I mean, it still definitely feels like I'm playing Mario Brothers 1, but the fact that like stuff changes frequently. Like, the behavior of the Hammer Brothers feels totally different. The Cheeps in the... that sort of jump at you in the other levels, their behavior is a lot different. It just makes sense for this to be built on, like, a Mario Maker engine. Or the Mario Maker engine. It wouldn't surprise me if they, like, went through all of or, like, took Mario Maker, built all the levels, and then just were like, yep, it's a video game now. Which would mean that this version would be using, like, New Super Mario Bros. Physics. I don't know, it's weird to me, because it's like, when people die this early, like, what are they dying from? Like, is it like the continuous enemy spam, or are they just like making like a small mistake like dying to the first Goomba or something like that? It's like, it just makes you wonder, because you can't see all of them, but there's already like a considerable amount of people that have died already, and it barely feels like we've been into this. There's a surprising amount of people that die to the first Goomba. Yeah, I heard like, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but it's like, on average, at least 2 people per match will die to the first Goomba. And that's just kind of funny to me. Which would only lead me to believe that there's, like, people that play this game that, you know, they like Mario Brothers, but they don't have, like, a super, like, lore master knowledge of the game. They're just playing because they want to have some fun, which is also totally fine. But it's like, towards the end is where it really gets like super competitive. So it's like, you gotta have that Mario Brothers lore knowledge in there. I know it probably is like not super entertaining to watch me go through 1-1 a billion times, but oh well. So I'm hoping, like, sooner or later I actually get more levels from, like, towards the later half of the game. Like, I didn't have 4-1 yet, and that's weird. Especially considering, like, how fast you go through some of this. Like, I don't really think you should be, restricted, I don't know why that word wasn't gonna come out, to levels that you'll have unlocked. I wish they were just all unlocked from the beginning, because there's only 32 levels in the game, and then on top of that, like, you restricting me to only playing like a certain amount, it's just making it seem like there's even less. So I wish that was a thing with the game, just have it all unlocked, make it even more random. If like the random element is going to be like the key thing that they're going to be going for, then why not? Oh. What is this, time number 3 that we're on this level now? Feels like I've got it down to a science, though. Like, think about how many times I played World 1-1 in my life. Even more now because of this game. Now, I think I'm glad that even from like the very first Mario game, that the level design is made in such a way that you can just go through it without stopping. And it feels like almost every single level is made that way. And so it's really easy to just like continuously go forward without stopping. Which is why I think at least Mario Bros. 1 would be made for a sort of game like this where you're like doing a battle royale or just being competitive. Because, you know, it's just fun. And it's very smooth. Like, the physics are still a lot different than, let's say, like, Super Mario World, where it's like, you know, those are the absolute, like, quintessential 2D Mario physics, in my personal opinion. But even this game still feels, like, really, really nice. Especially for it to be, like, one of the first, you know, quote-unquote 2D platformers of its time. Where it, like, wasn't, like, a single-screen platformer. Like, they pretty much nailed it. And I still, like, kind of interesting to see that and how it has evolved over time. It's not really something I really think about very often, but it's like, this game was really important. It's just funny how, like, they can reference this game as many times as they want in, like, newer Mario games. Nobody will, like, bat an eye. But people see Green Hill Zone and Sonic, and they go mental. But I guess they aren't constantly, like, copy and pasting the level design from 1-1 into newer Mario games, so that could also be another thing. Not to say that they haven't done it before, but definitely not as often as Green Hill Zone. You've played it, but only in games that they recreate it? Yeah. Which, again, to be fair, is a bit, but not as often. It's not as many in the mainline games, anyway. Little bloopers. So somebody's been going to a water level. I actually think all of our levels that we go to are all random, because I mean, I haven't gone to a water level yet, so I know that you said they still have all the advantages, but it's like other people probably have other levels unlocked as well, so maybe that's actually not the case. Like, maybe I'm only going to 1-1 so frequently because I don't have every level unlocked. Whereas I feel like a lot of these other people might. Also, I just saw a guy go in the warp zone and go back to 1-1. I don't know, I was just looking at his stream, because I guess, like, I can do that in this level. And I guess that's also another strategy, just go back to 1-1 on purpose from 1-2. Sort of, like, replenish your resources. I don't know why it's so, like, hard to talk. Alright, blooper. Killing you is good, though. Hopefully somebody will actually die soon. I think there's there's 7 of us, so that's not that bad of a number compared to just like the 4 of us that were going on forever. You think it would be more hectic with 7 people though, because there's like way more people? I mean, I guess not everybody's targeting me, but oh, okay. Forget about that. I'm going to need some help. Oh, okay. You are not in a good place. And I go back to 1-1 anyway, but there's a lot of stuff here. I think one of the worst things is having piranha plants just be in the middle of nowhere. You pretty much have to have a fire flower to deal with those. Really kinda Hammer Brothers too. Unless you're like really patient, but with like so many other things on the screen, how are you gonna be patient with like a Hammer Brother that's barreling towards you? Okay, finally, something a little bit different. Yeah, this cheap stuff, they definitely made it how, like, in the original game, I could just run through this, no problem, like, none of the cheaps would ever hit me. That's pretty much how I always played this level, but, now they make it to where the trajectory is always, like, sort of aiming at Mario. And if it's not doing that, it's like whenever they come down, they're more likely to land on me. And so that one's definitely a lot harder than it normally would be. And then of course we go back to 1-1. Oh no. I didn't mean for that to happen. Alright, I'm getting juked. Alright, you guys are being a little bit too much right now. Would you turn around? There we go. There's only 6 of us left now. I mean, that's progress, but it's not too much progress. I guess this does get tiring really quickly. Like, I feel like, yeah, they definitely need to fix it in such a way to where this ends a little bit sooner. Having it be an endurance test is fine, but at the same time, like, it's definitely gone on for a little bit too long. Then again, like, I don't know if they really did that, like, super intentionally or not. Like, who's to say that Nintendo actually just didn't expect people to really go that long? They're like, yeah, they'll die eventually. Like, you know, they can't dodge everything, especially with, like, a concept like this. It's like, when you're littering enemies on the screen, who's to say that they didn't actually really just think, like, yeah, they'll die. There'll be so much stuff that they won't be able to handle it. And lo and behold, people are going for like over 20 minutes at a time, playing like, basically, I don't know, like MMO length games just by playing like Battle Royale. Well, at least we're getting this one. This one isn't one that I get a lot. Or I think this may have been like... I may have only just unlocked this one today. So, this is pretty neat to be able to have this one. Oh man, I got a free jump out of that? That's kind of nice. Could probably abuse that, like, pretty hard. Ooh, okay. This is a little different. Why? There was not Potobos there before. I don't think. I want to say there wasn't Potobos there before, but who knows? No, I got this, don't worry. We'll just kill everything in our path. Until they start doing stuff like this. Nah, we got this. Koopas feel like a blessing and a curse, because it's like, usually you're going to be using one to get everything out of the way. So, bring on all the Koopas that you want to. You're just thinking of a different way that they could make this harder now. I definitely think that a format more similar to You versus Boo would be beneficial. Like, don't exactly make it Mario Brothers 1, but just like, I think that in terms of like a competitive thing, and if you want to have like that bit of randomness to make it more Mario, I think You versus Boo in like Super Mario Brothers Deluxe was like the absolute perfect way to do it. Because that had just enough RNG in it, and it was controllable, because there was switch blocks where you could like flip the switches and make the other players, you know, make their blocks switch so where they were like, you know, hindered and they couldn't go forward as fast. So I definitely think something like that is a lot better, but I also feel like maybe they didn't do it that way because of the fact that, I mean, you basically get that sort of, not same experience, but similar experience with racing in Super Mario Maker, and you can already kind of play that online. I mean, say what you will about Mario Maker's 2's online, but I mean, that's probably their thought process, whereas something like this would be a little bit more unique. It's just, it's not really well balanced. Like, it's balanced in a way, just not in, like, a perfect way that makes it, like, particularly fun to play every single time, or for long periods of time. Not every single time, but for long periods of time. That's probably a better way to explain that. Like, this is definitely a game that you play for, like, you know, 30 minutes, which would be, like, preferably one game, and then you just probably are like, yeah, okay, I'm tired of playing this now, and you stop. But we're getting to the red time limit now, and there is still 6 of us, so if you were to die here, you get like a really low, low placing, which actually kind of sucks to think about. Increase the coin roulette by 5 coins every time you use it? Yeah. That actually would be pretty cool. Because it feels like it's very easy to get yourself out of a pinch, but like, how much would that really help? If you really think about it, like, looking at me right now, I mean, I'm not going out of my way to get coins. Well, I kind of am, but not to the extent that I could be. And I have 247. You're gonna ask if warps are still a thing? Yeah, they are still a thing, but they, at least I know in 1-2, the only thing it does, fuck! Takes you back to 1-1 and then 1-3. It's also been a very long time since I've played that specific level. By that I mean, like, since the last time I streamed this game. But not this game, but Mario Brothers 1. Either way, I think I'm done with that game for now. Be a little bit cooler if it had like a little bit more bells and whistles, but I definitely do like it. And so, I don't know. Definitely recommend playing it at least once. The thing that I really do not understand though is why is this game a limited release? Like, it's good for what it is, but why is it only here until March? Is something that I really do not understand. Like, at least with this game, it's like, okay, maybe they're just gonna release all of these on, like, let's say the Nintendo Switch Online service. So basically they're just getting rid of physical copies so people could have it for their online service, which, you know, if they were doing that, that's fine. It's whatever. But for whatever reason, they're getting rid of this game, and that just really doesn't make any sense, especially since this could be like one of the, not system sellers, but the thing to sell their Nintendo Online. and they're just getting rid of it. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But it's Nintendo, and they do very strange things sometimes. I think it would be cooler if they added more games too. Like, they could have a Super Mario Brothers 3 35 or something like that. I don't know. It'd just be cooler if it was like much more than Mario Brothers 1. So, I don't know. I wish Nintendo did make better choices just because it was like, if they did, it would almost be like the perfect video game company. But then it's like, yeah, we get good games, and then they just do very, very strange business decisions that I can't really wrap my finger around. But we're gonna switch to Crash now, and I hope that my capture card doesn't go mental whenever I switch, and it actually lets me play, or at least like, you know, brings up a picture. It doesn't do what it did last time when I tried to switch from Sunshine and then just never popped back up again. So, we'll see.